Hey Ranger Nation, welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be talking about Power Rangers issue 12. It has been a while since this has been out, but I'm only playing catch up and I thought I would try it. This wasn't as great as the previous one, and I feel like sometimes you have to have a great issue or program, whatever, and then have a really bad one like soon after, which I feel is kind of, which is justified, don't get me wrong. It shows, I think the one thing it does on this, it shows that the Rangers have been left on this planet that is dying, that is going to blow up, that everything is going to end. And I like it because it shows the despair that's coming along, and that to me is absolutely fine. You have the Draken that's taken their ship, he doesn't care about them, and yet all the way through the issues, you know he hasn't really given a shit. So I can fairly understand that. So fair dues on that one. You don't give a shit. You've taken off in their ship, and you've literally thrown their robot friend to the ground where it just doesn't matter. It would have been cool if he was on the ship still, and then he kind of rebooted and repaired himself and then killed Draken or something like that, or took his revenge. I would have liked that a lot more. As mentioned before, the planet's blowing up. The Imperials did a freezer, literally like blew the planet up, gave it 5 minutes type thing. But this one obviously is going to take a while because it's not just going to blow up overnight, or in 5 minutes. But effectively, it's gone. It's going to blow up. It's going to be doing stuff, and I kind of like it. You know, the Rangers have a set amount of time before they have to put on their helmets to survive. There's no water, there's no food, or if they do find it, it's like ash and it's not the best. So obviously drinking a little bit of water could effectively kill them, or it could just literally keep draining them, etc, etc. So I kind of like this part to it. The Rangers are trying to escape. They can't. There is nothing there. Zack calls his Zord constantly, but it just doesn't arrive, which I find is really weird, because I thought that if you called your Zord no matter what, even if you were dead far away, then the Zord would come regardless. It would just either take a little bit of time or it would be there. One thing I kind of liked is that Trini records the last moments in time. It's pretty much what Tony did at the end of Endgame or the beginning of Endgame, where he's talking about it and saying like, hey Pepper, this is the last time, this is what we've been doing, I'm going to effectively die on the ship, I can't do anything. And I feel like this was kind of a sad moment, and I think that even if the Rangers did die on that planet, the message getting to Earth or even to the other Rangers would be really cool. And it's just like, it's a shock thing where it's like, Trini talks to her parents and says, look, I was a Power Ranger, I did this, and I'm very, very sorry that I'm not coming back. And I was like, damn, this is, it's not as good as the previous one, but it's got a lot of emotion, which I generally was just like, I didn't kind of expect a bit. This entire issue is that they don't have a way out, and they don't have Zordon or anyone else to kind of come to them at the moment, which then sets in that precedent of shit, what's going on? What the hell's happening? And I kind of like it. It's the first time that we see them not defeated, but defeated as in like deflated and stuff like that. So to me, I was very kind of like, oh, okay. That's something right there. As I mentioned before, even without food or water, they still have ash water, so they could keep surviving for a short amount of time. It wouldn't be ideal whatsoever, and I can understand that. But to me, I would love to see this in a TV show. I would love to see how this would work, how they would effectively deal with it. I think that to me would be the best option in this one. I think the very end, to see like when they're about to die, they're about to kind of give up, Yale comes along and like saves them, and they're kind of like, what the hell's this going on? Like, I think at first they think it's like kind of a mirage, but Yale just randomly turning up to save them was a decent thing, and obviously they got off. But I feel like this entire issue could have done to the point where maybe the recording like cuts out, and I think that would have been awesome. And thus, therefore, you have the rest of the time going, okay, what are we going to do? And it leaves you wondering what's happening until the next issue. But obviously, Yale comes along and the story continues. I feel like this issue is actually a good one. It's not as exciting as the previous one, but to me, this is something that was nice. I really want to see Jason beat the shit out of Draken. And that's one thing that I always want to see, because I'd love him to be like, hey, you saw us almost die, you abandoned us, fuck you type of thing, and just attack and attack and attack. And I would love it. I do, as I said before, I really wish that we saw Yale turn up in the next issue rather than this one, because I feel like that one small page or whatnot doesn't really give it justice. So for me to see that one, I think it'd be really cool to see, and that's all I kind of really wanted. So I was happy with it, but I think it could have been slightly better. But this issue was really good. Really liked all of it, what it symbolized and stuff like that. And it's nice to see the Rangers actually feel defeated, actually properly defeated. But I'm going to leave it there. What are your thoughts on this? Have you read issue 12? Let me know down below in the comments. Yeah, I thought I said comics. Let me know down below in the comments. And as always, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for watching. And if I don't see you tomorrow, after you've subscribed to the channel, I'm adding that in. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. But if I don't see you tomorrow, then I will see you in a couple of days.
チャンネルをサポートしてくれてありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。以下のリンクから商品を入手することができます。